Hi everyone, today is Thursday, September 29th, and it's the Feast of the Archangels. Those three archangels that we name in our church calendar, who are St. Michael, St. Gabriel, and St. Raphael or Raphael. And it's a great day for us here because it's the feast day of our patron at St. Michael in Belle Plaine. It's also the feast day of the patron of our whole diocese, St. Raphael. St. Raphael, he's the patron of all of our diocese, so it's like a twofer today. And as I reflected on this feast day and on our readings today, I recalled kind of the way that the church used to speak about the spiritual life more often. And it was probably 50 to 60 years ago. We would talk about it as more of a battle of kind of how we are always in a battle against the forces of darkness and trying to always live by the forces of light. And in this, the angels are great intercessors for us. We hear in the readings that Michael leads the forces of goodness, of heaven, against Satan and all of his demons. And they overcome them in heaven. And then also, though, like the other archangels are very helpful to us as well if we're speaking about the spiritual life as a battle, which I would say is a good way for us to look at our lives at times, because sometimes we feel like we're just so overcome by things and there's nothing we can do about it. But we have the weapons of light that God has given us and the intercession of the angels and the saints. And so we have these angels who are helping us. And it's good to look at what these three archangels have to do with us in general. So the archangels are named archangels because they actually have their own name. They have a special mission. Angels are spirits, really, but when they are sent, they have a message. So Michael's name is who is like God. That's what it means. Michael's name is who is like God. And it's the battle cry of his when he goes into battle against Satan and all the other spirits. So saying that no one else is like God except God. Saying to Satan, who wants to be like God, you cannot be. No one else is like him. Then you have Saint Gabriel, whose name means God's strength. Now that kind of seems strange when we hear of Saint Gabriel, who is giving the message of the incarnation to Mary. But think about it. This is how God shows his strength in a beautiful way, that he sends his son in the likeness of human flesh, but with the power to save us and the power and strength to redeem us from our own sinfulness. That's a beautiful way that God shows his strength. In the smallest little ways, God packs a powerful punch. And then we have St. Raphael, whose name means God's healing, or the medicine of God. And we know from the book of Tobit that St. Raphael helps Tobias, or Tobit himself, and he leads him on a journey and he heals his eyes when he was blinded. So all three of these angels we can invoke in our own lives to help us in the battle. We can ask for St. Michael's protection against any of the attacks of the evil one. We can ask for St. Gabriel, and we ask for the strength of God when we feel like we are weak and we don't have what it takes to keep going in our spiritual life. And we can ask for St. Raphael's healing when we are wounded in our hearts or even in body as well. All three of them have something to offer us. This day is a great day to celebrate. I'm biased because of my first name, but we are grateful for these angels and for God giving us the message of salvation through these messengers. We ask today for their help, their protection, and their healing, that we might always be faithful to God and might live with him and all of his angels in heaven one day.